morning. Welcome to the E3 Weekly Market Report. It is June the 9th. Exports have just come out. We want to take a look at those. Let's go straight to cotton. 110,100 running bales. That's down 13% from the previous week and down 19% from the 4-week average. Vietnam took 49,800 running bales. China took 12,800 running bales. Hold on. Let's see who was number 3. Taiwan took 9,200 running bales. Very light numbers for new crop. Cotton market in July was down 88 just before this report, and December was down 72. Right now, July is down 74, and December's down 58. We'll keep an eye on that and keep you posted as we go along here. Soybeans. Net sales of 758,500 metric tons. That's up noticeably from the previous week and 98% from the past 4 weeks. Increases reported for unknown destinations of 573,900. Iran took 120,000. We've got metric tons. Mexico took 61,300. And let's see the reaction. Soybeans before the report was down about a penny to a penny and a half. Right now, July is actually up 5, and November's up 4. The corn, 1,558,900 metric tons. That's up 18% from the previous week, and also from the 4-week average. Japan took 409,200 metric tons. We've got South Korea taking 210,200 metric tons. Venezuela taking 150,000 metric tons. A reaction there. Corn was down 4 before the report. Now corn's down 3 in July, down 3 in December. Wheat. Let's go to wheat. We've got 223,800 metric tons. That's 127,200 for unknown destinations, 77,500 for Mexico. South America took 48,000. Reaction in wheat. Before the report, wheat was down 4 3/4. Right now, wheat's down 3 3/4. Let's look at some of the news this past week. The crop progress came out on Monday, and it did not show any real surprises for these markets. The cotton market was 75% planted. The 5-year average is 84%. In the good to excellent category, 47% good to excellent. Soybeans. Planted crop, 83% is planted. The 5-year average is 77%. 65% emerged. The average is 57%. And 72% good to excellent. Corn, 98% planted versus 97%. 90% emerged versus 86% average. And 75% good to excellent. Wheat was winter wheat was 96% emerged and 79% good to excellent. Looking at the markets here recently, we've seen in cotton the market moving up quite a bit. The news was varied. We've got the strength in grain has helped cotton. The strength in crude oil also has helped cotton in all commodity markets. Strength in outside financial markets, from stock markets to currencies, have definitely helped cotton also, and I think that applies to many other markets. Grains, for instance, we could say the same thing about that. You come in the morning and it seems that every market moves the same. Either these commodity markets are all up or they're all down, and they get their lead from currencies and crude oil and global stock markets. It didn't used to be that way, but that's the new reality of these markets. Looking at cotton, the high was made yesterday in July at 66.50, and December got to 66.45. That represents a rally of over 600 points. So where now? We're still in a trading range and have been, it seems like, for a year. We're probably at the top end of it right now. As far as where we could go on the downside, back towards 60, I think is possible. Analysts have talked about once July is off the board, if we've had good weather, we could retest the high 50s. Soybeans and corn, same news for both of them. We've seen big moves up. caused by good demand, caused by weather, wet weather in South America, and some dry forecasts looking out through the U.S. and the Midwest, and also outside markets, just like what we've seen in cotton. The dollar affects it, crude oil affects it. Those markets have been up. The news each day recently from Bloomberg talks about emerging markets, and it talks about commodities having had good movement because of that. So a lot of outside influences in this market as far as what to expect in soybeans. Right now, soybeans are trading in November at 11.50. Let's see, we got up as high as, let me see if I need to pull that up real quickly here. Yesterday we got as high in November at 11.59. Where could we go from here? We could return to where we were 3 weeks ago, I think, and that was at 10.20. So that's quite a big pullback. Is possible. As far as what to do, farmers should take advantage of these rallies to be pricing and hedging and going into the forward market as they feel comfortable. December corn, right now, December corn's in the 430 area. We could see that market return to where it was 3 weeks ago. Where was it then? 392. So we'd easily see that kind of a pullback. September wheat right now is trading at 525. If we go back to where we were 8 days ago, September wheat was at 475. So from 525, that would be a 50-cent pullback. Normally, this is the time of the year when wheat is trending down. That's the normal, very reliable seasonal for wheat. But because of the influence in soybeans and corn, these markets have moved higher against the current, so to speak. What does all this mean? It means that, and one thing that I might have touched on, but let me say that one of the main factors in markets overdoing it to the upside, overdoing it to the downside are the speculators. They come in and take any move and make it much bigger. And what does this mean for a farmer? Take advantage of this. These markets get out of alignment with reality. And that just means to you on the upside, like we're seeing now, opportunity. Opportunity to be able to go in and lock in prices or hedge prices that will provide you very good profit. This is something to take advantage of these markets that follow the winds each day, the global winds, financial winds that come in and move markets. It's an opportunity to take advantage of being able to lock in prices that are very profitable because, quite frankly, these markets probably aren't going to stay up here. So that's really it. Let's look one last time at where these markets are. July cotton down 77 at 65.01. December cotton down 60 at 65.36. We have soybeans down 1 1/4 in July, so we're drifting back lower. November soybeans down 3 at 11.47 1/4. Those markets had gotten up on the day, so we've turned that back down. Also in corn, we're down 4 right now. So we've returned back to where we were just before the report came out. Wheat down 6. That market has lost ground. So all these markets are starting to sell back off. Quickly looking, the dollar's up 29. Crude oil is down 50 cents a barrel. That's been up recently. That's a negative for commodities. We've got metals mixed. We've got global stock markets as we look at Asian stock markets, European stock markets, and the U.S. early stock markets, and we look at futures there because they're already open. All of them are down. So look for this to be a down day in all of these markets if this trend continues. That's it for today. Thanks for joining us for the E3 Weekly Market Report.